Yo, what up, everybody? What up? Just gonna hop on real quick, just do a few little bit of back testing, see what we could do. Just wanna look over some things. Let me see. Everything's kind of breaking. It goes, oh, that's where I messed up. So it already goes down. So I'll probably be around here, this area. Character, let's see. Nope, nothing's coming up there. Yo, what up, Ryan? What up? Yo, Zella, what's up? Just gonna get a quick little session in, just try to find a few things, just look for certain things, watch some price action, stuff like that, just trying to figure out what we're trying to get to. So I'm wondering if there was something already over here before the move. Say something like that. This is the kind of the area I'm looking at. Just trying to figure out why this dropped right here, and it perfectly tapped it and then just came down. That's on a 4-hour. So there has been a change of character here. But I think if we get a breakup structure, then that's when it'll continue. Especially under these levels right here. Obviously, I kind of already know it's going to do that because when I look at the daily, it kind of already says it's going down. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, what could I see? What could I look at that has... What's the reasoning why it could be doing that, you know? And that's what I'm saying is just... Or that 4-hour area over here. Let's see. Yeah, so do you use fib? I use it. Yeah, I use it a little bit. Like, I don't really rely on it, but I just kind of use it just to give me another like support or resistance or something. Nothing like too crazy. Like, I don't base the whole strategy off it, but like I said, this is kind of how I'm looking for key levels. Yeah, like I said, I use it once in a while. Like I said, it's not usually what I base off. I just, like I said, if I see a level right here or something and I just want to see a level that it would give me. So maybe this area, you want to look into that area, see what it could be. But it's not always, you know, not always right, I guess. But if you use it right, I guess you could definitely use it to your advantage. But yeah, like I was saying is that, what up, Lastic, what up? But yeah, so like I was saying is that I just coming off of this level over here is why I was kind of interested in it. And then this is where we're definitely tapping out right there before moving down. So just in this area, what could we see in this area that would tell us that too? And look, it's just right there respecting that level again. And it respected it here and it broke it, and once that broke, that's when it started coming down. That would have been the best entry to try to find. Obviously you would want to try to look for something like that. And then even comes back here, doesn't tap it though. That was the thing I was kind of looking at yesterday, is that the level that I was expecting, if it were to not break this level like it didn't right here, there's a good chance that it's going to continue down. But once it breaks this level and it lets me know this wasn't the high, then that's when I kind of know, now I know this is the level that we're going to just keep continuing. But you see how this level got respected. That's when it kind of validated this area even more. The fact that it didn't get tapped out, that kind of let me know. Because like I said, the one that just happened recently, the one where we hit that 2417 area, it was the same idea where I had, this is where the top was, and if we were to break that top, then it does kind of signal that move that's going to continue up. It makes sense now, where I'm kind of looking back and thinking this was the same idea where I had the move down, and if it were to break this, it continues up, but if it were to respect it, then it usually continues back down. So it's definitely off of how price action is working and stuff like that. But since that, so now kind of fast forwarding a little bit more now, it's like if this area was correct, then that means these lows needed to be tapped. We pretty much tapped those lows, and now it's looking like we wanted to come back, but that's where it came back down after that. And then once we broke this level that we respected last time, and we also validated that we didn't break this high again, that almost could tell you again that now we're most likely going to continue. Even if you don't catch this trade from up here, breaking this level will also indicate why this level is even more valid for a breakdown. Because had this move kept going up, this level wouldn't be as valid no more. And I would suggest is that if we were to break these highs over here, like this one did right here, or I mean it didn't right here, but if it would have right here, then happen to come back down to this level, I think this is where we would respect it to continue up. Yeah, I was just on the chart yesterday, and I was just seeing a certain level, like I forget where it was at, but it was the same idea though, where like the level, like as you can see, you see how this came straight down right here, and then on this side it didn't come straight down right here. So where I was just thinking about it though, it's like because the way this all played out, like this was the high, this ended up being the high, and then it didn't get tapped out and it continued down. This level to continue down wasn't like open yet. And what I mean is just like this wasn't going to continue down like this did, because it needed to do this first. And then this is kind of an indicator right here. Okay, we're not going to continue down just yet. And then when we started to move up and we didn't break this high again, then that's when this area unlocked pretty much. So I'm just was able to see it yesterday. I just was kind of watching the screen, and I kind of noticed it, whereas like this is like a tunnel, I guess, just the easier way to explain. Like this is a tunnel right here, and this is the same tunnel, but why did it not go straight through right here, but it did right here? So this level wasn't like pretty much unlocked yet, in a sense. Like you had to catch support, come up here to grab liquidity, and then fail to break that high again. Now this is open for us to pretty much run it all the way down again. But I'm just saying, it's just like it was what I kind of just noticed yesterday, where like if we go to where we're currently at, like if I went to the idea of where we're currently at, like when we broke that high earlier yesterday, this actually did break the high. So since this one, like the current one, broke that high, which is this high over here, that invalidated that all of this not going to happen now. So instead of us going down this way, we ended up going up that way pretty much. So we just shot up after that. Yo, lone trader, what's up? But that's just what I kind of noticed was, like I said, it's just like this, when you get the idea correct over here and this ends up being kind of the top, you're able to write it down like this, or maybe even close here, then write it up and then get back in again, because you also understand it still needs to go back down to these lows. And obviously I already kind of understand that it's gonna go down because I kind of seen it already. But the idea would be like, since this level was valid and we never did break it and we didn't break it again, then these are the levels that are valid for us to continue, which will be these lows here and then this low right here. So I'm just kind of going off of let me see. Yeah, there's that one there, and somewhere down here. So I want to see if maybe here we get tapped. Yo, DM, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm just doing a little, like, trying to read price action and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, hit that like button. But yeah, so I mean, so now, like I'm kind of saying now is that since this move is going up and there's a good chance that we're probably not gonna just continue up, this was the level right here, that the high of that, and that's exactly where we got rejected at. And if that ends up being the level, look at this right here. If I were to flip it, it's the same idea, where this is the bottom and then we pretty much respected that whole level. And then this is where, if you guys understand the three piece, it looks like a three piece almost right here. Oh no, not one, didn't. But it's the idea where I'm using this. I just inverted the scale right now. I flipped it up so it looks more like if you're reading it bullish. But let me go back to it. Go back. So this is how it looks. So now I kind of understand that this was the high right here. And if you see what ended up happening right here, look at what happened. This was that Ryan, like we talk about all the time, that the range, this is the candle of the range right here. So this move up pretty much just broke that high right there and then continued down, and it's most likely going to target this low at least. But then there's also this low, which is, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to tap these levels right now. Just because, I mean, I seen it already, because when I fast forward it to the 4 hour, the daily, it gives me whatever happens in that whole daily. So I already kind of know it's going to come down. But what I'm trying to do though is just mainly try to like reverse engineer why it's coming down. Like, so yeah, that's why I'm trying to say is like, if I need to be able to see these type of things happening live. But that's why I was saying though too, is that this candle right here is the range, and when we close pretty much respecting it, and we're also like in a, like I said, these areas right here all got respected. So these were all the highs, so there's a good chance that we're most likely gonna be like bearish at this point, because like I said, the one from that currently happened that was bullish, instead of these levels getting respected, it started breaking these levels. So that was another tell sign that once we started breaking all of these levels, it wasn't gonna, like I said, there was just pretending like where we're currently at, the 2024-17, it would have broken this level, and then there was another level up here where the high is at, and that would have been the one that broke that level. And so it pretty much lets you kind of know, if it breaks this level, it's actually going the other way. So you could kind of tell. It kind of gives like a little hint sometimes. But yeah, so like I was saying though, is that this was the high right here after we created a new low with this area. Looks like this was the high, pretty much broke that high right here and then continued down. So I'm just gonna put it on and that's the 4 hours. So let me go to the 15. See, this is the 15 right here. So it is creating all the same thing. This high right here, it broke that high, and it closed respecting too. I made bank on Friday. Damn, that's what's up, lone trader. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. But yeah, let's see now. So like down here on the 15 minute, trying to see what I can see. And like I was saying, is that all of these levels up here getting respected, everything is kind of letting me know we're in a bearish order flow, kind of, I guess you could say, especially us breaking these levels like this one. This will be level 2 right here, so it's almost, now it's more confirmation now that we kind of know we're already kind of bearish at this point. Knowing that, you should probably start looking for moves in these areas, you know, when we start getting rejected at that key level, which is exactly where this bottom line is at, and which is also the low right here. So this was like the this side of it, and then this was all the bottom side of it. So since we kind of knew this yellow dotted line was the low right here, this line right here, since we kind of knew that was going to be the area, so this would be kind of those things where we know, okay, if this is the level we're looking out for, like this is an important level, we're already bearish. It's like I'm saying what happened on Friday. If it breaks this level, everything down here is invalidated, and it's now most likely going to continue up. But if it starts to respect these levels, then that lets you know that whole bearish idea is correct. And then if you're understand that you're in the right direction, you're riding the wave this way because everything's bearish already, you're not trying to go against the trend this way, that you know once it breaks this level, it's going to continue down even more too. And it's like the idea where we talk about the trades down here, it's almost like one of these guys right here. Like this is kind of an onion play right here. So with the pretty much like an onion play is this right here that's happening on a higher time frame. Like this right here. So that's an onion play. Which is pretty much like I'm saying, which is right here at the bottom where it finds support, and then it goes up to where a resistance is at. By looking left, you kind of could find it where it's maybe that previous low that we did break, and that's usually where that onion should get formed. So if you're in the right direction, this is what I'm saying though, is that if you're riding the wave and you're in the right direction, meaning you're pretty much bearish right at these points, you know at some point when you start to get rejected right here, you could be looking for highs to get broken, which is exactly what happened right here. And this could be that entry area where you could be trying to get into, taking this onion back down to this low. And especially if you're already riding it the right direction, this right here won't be done right here, because this will give you the idea, if we were to break this level right here, there's a good chance that you're going to continue down. But if you end up finding support here and coming here and breaking this high, then like I said, the idea is different. But it just, like I said, it lets you know once you break these levels, you're in the right position, especially if you could get in somewhere right here, because there's a good chance that once we break it, we never get back to that level and just continue down. But yeah, that's just kind of how I'm kind of trying to figure out which way we're going to be going. So let me go back to this 15. Let me see what's going to happen now. So, and look at, there's like an onion play here, and then there's like an onion play inside the onion play. So you break these levels, there's a good chance you come all the way over here to target this low. And then, like I'm saying, is that if you were to break this low, then we're going to find out that there's a good chance you'll probably hit this low, just because that's that low that's way over here. When you look left, that's this low right here. So that's the next area where, if you see right where we hit that, we got rejected a big time. So these could be the areas you want to be watching out for. But like I'm saying though, is that if we were to break these lows, then it's gonna there's a good chance that we're just gonna keep continuing down. Because if these lows were so important, it would have, and it's like I was saying earlier, where it's also might mean this area is almost the same area as this, but why did it not come down here and break through? Why did it do all of this first? Now it's like this channel right here is open, so it just starts going deeper into like, okay, if we break this level, this is open pretty much, and then if we break this level, then the rest of this area is going to be open for us to start diving into pretty much. So like I said, it just kind of, that's how you could almost, maybe that's a good way to, when you're reading order flow and stuff like that, just try to, if you're on the right wave, you should know how far your targets are, is why I'm kind of getting to about this, is that if you know you're in these areas where this gets rejected, where will your next targets be? Maybe down here or something, or that way, like I said, you're able to hold trades. Understanding, maybe knowing, let's say you took a buy right here, knowing that you're kind of going against this whole idea where, like, if you don't break these highs, you're pretty much going to come down again, where it's like when you take this right up, you kind of have to know, if you don't break these highs, then there's a good chance that it's going to come back down, so when this starts to get rejected in those levels, you could almost tell, okay, this is not the right order flow area. Like, if we're coming down already and we take a buy going against it, know that those are the trades that you're not going to hold for too long, in a sense of like 300 pips or something, where this trade right here might be, oh wait, let's see, from here, well, that's 230, 250 pips. But imagine if you're in from up here down to here, that's 530 pips. So just pretty much what I'm saying though is that if you're going against the order flow, it's probably good to manage a little bit sooner compared to just, being wrong or whatever. Big congrats on 1K on the other channel. Hey bro, I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. Do you only use support and resistance and price action in your strategy, Zeld? Yeah. I kind of like, I like reading price action, especially when you get the right direction. You could almost read it like a book sometimes, where you kind of know, okay, this level is going to be the where we get tapped. When we get rejected, boom, you could jump on a trade going down, things like that. But yeah, kind of just learning from a lot of people and stuff. Oh yeah, but let's see what ends up happening right here. But yeah, just kind of price action and just watching the charts long enough to know, like, because the idea is that they want these people that buy right here, they want people to think, oh, this is the area we're gonna continue all the way up. But in order, like I say, in order for these channels to be open, I think these channels have to be hit first. And when these get hit, a bunch of people are either winning or losing money, and then it goes the other way. Then it hits these channels. Now these people are winning or losing. It's like liquidity pools pretty much. And that's where I kind of seen it yesterday, where I was just kind of, okay, this is why this is not open yet, because this is what's gonna need to be unlocked in a sense, and then now we're gonna go into those levels. But it lets you know, like I said, if we get rejected, ooh, this is unlocked. But if we break it, then yeah, this is not the area we're probably gonna go. But like I said, they want to get you in these buys right here, so that way they could ship it against you so far. But let's see what ends up happening right here. So we came up right here, broke those highs. So now we got pretty much rejected at that point. Still, like I said, these were the highs we broke, faked out. Makes you, like I said, makes you think we're gonna go up here, and then it ends up shipping it all the way down. And then like we just said right here, if we break below these levels, so these could either be your target for TP or just your levels that if we start breaking these levels, then it's a good chance we're going to continue even lower than that. And then we wicked up, hit that area right here, created some highs. So pretty much it looks like an onion play again right there, getting rejected, boom. And now it'll be the same thing. If we break these lows, it's going to unlock these areas, which is why this area wasn't unlocked yet. So now let's see if we end up getting broken right there. Okay, we unlocked it, and look at now we're just gonna start heading down, and then like I said, find another key level. Why would, okay, look, this was also that key level on the 4 hour. This was the key level at the 4 hour. This is why I had this box here. So now this is what I'm seeing right here, is that the way this way that I usually see it happen is that if it closes below this line right here, if it closes below this line right here, then it lets me know that this line wasn't strong enough to hold us up. So it usually, this kind of tells me, okay, we're gonna probably go back up to these levels right here. Let's see, maybe here, probably right here. I'm gonna say around here maybe. This is where we could get rejected again, create another onion play, pretty much like this. The reason why this wasn't unlocked yet, because they had to pretty much do that up there. So if that's the case, this is where I think we could be taking a like a sell at. Just an idea. Like I said, if this happens to come back up, there's a reason why I didn't respect that level. So what I'm kind of thinking, I mean, it could always just continue straight down too, but I'm just gonna give it an idea. Just wanted to see what happens. Oh. So we're going up, create it up, and then yeah, this is where I'm thinking it's gonna probably come either here or here, one of these two levels. So it hit the first level. Did it do that? It needs to break that level maybe, and then it just comes straight down. All right, there it goes. All right, so like I was saying, is that look at where this is why though I give myself a few targets, because I try to figure out where's a good level that I need to look for. So maybe it was this green candle, maybe right here, but it also is the resistance right above there, is exactly where we tapped at. But if you kind of think about it, if I were to go to a lower time frame, this would be the high right here on this red candle right here, pretty much. And my first yellow line was this bottom one. So the reason why I chose that line was because there's also the bottom where this green candle got resistant or supported at, which is what kind of gave me that target. So I wasn't far off, but like I said, this is why I kind of give myself a target, only 3 pips off. But what could I have did different to try to find a better level right there would be to maybe look at the top side of it instead of the bottom side of it. And like I said, that's just kind of how I do the thinking of what am I going to be looking for, what highs are the ones that got tapped, which lows are the ones that got tapped. So we'll see if this ends up continuing down. Like I said, if it breaks above here, then this idea of this being open is not going to be good. So let's see, let's just see what happens. So it wicked above. Okay, it looks like it could be closing. Let's see if it closes above. Oh, it wicked above. See, it did go up. Okay, so maybe let's see this area. See, yeah, so let's see how high it actually goes. So these levels got rejected one time, but like I said, once it breaks these levels, then it lets me know that this idea coming down is not valid yet. So now let's see where we would get rejected at. That way we could look for this area next time we're looking for a trade or something. So let's see here. This is where, okay, so it's also this area that's pretty valid. So the first area I had was right here, right at the support area. So maybe this area or this area. We're going to see right now, see which area is the ones that get respected before making its next move. Is it the high of these levels, or or is it this level right here, which is kind of like in the middle, which is kind of like the liquidity, because it did come back up a little bit. So let's see. But we did break below back this level again. So with that confirmed, now it's gonna go back up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, hit that like button. All right, so we did need to tap these areas. This looks like this was the area right here, which wasn't the full resistance and it wasn't the like full support area. It was in between the support of this whole area right here. It was the liquidity between all this, from here to here. Let me go on the 1 hour. All right, so look, this is pretty much the range right here. From the top to here to the bottom of here is the range of where exactly we went to. So this is just a clearing range right here. Let me see on the 2 hour. What's the 2 hour? Okay, so the top of it was also the bottom of this candle right here. So look at the top of this candle is also the range. If you think about it, this is the range of the candle. Yo, Turpy, what up? What up, bro? What up? But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, on the higher time frame, that's probably why we got rejected up here. Was because, like I said, this first candle ends up becoming a range right here, and that whole range from the bottom got tapped, and now the top of it got tapped. And then obviously we kind of know the next thing that happens is it gets rejected. So it filled up that whole range pretty much, and now it's gonna make a decision: break out this range or break down underneath this range. And like I was telling you earlier, where this first little section right here got respected at, if it would have respected the yellow line, I would have believed that this move would probably be the one to continue back up. But since it closed below, it's just doing its onion play pretty much to most likely break these lows and then continue down more. Because we're also in that bearish like order flow, I would assume, just because of these levels are getting respected. Since, like I said, I would believe we're in the bearish order flow until this high were to get broken. If this high would have got broken over here, it would have let me know, okay, this is a bullish order flow. We're going to continue this way. But since this level's been respected this whole time, we're pretty much bearish until it kind of says otherwise. Oh, bad. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go to the 15 and see what happens. Because yeah, like I said, that candle ended up becoming the range. The range of that candle was on this 2 hour. Let's see, from there to the bottom of here. And look at that low already got swiped out by that green candle. Let me see, 15, yeah, right here. So it created a low in here, and then it broke a low right here. This would have been, let's see how high that would have went. That would have been only 70 pips. So that's why too, understanding if you would have tried to take a buy in this area, this is where we could be getting rejected at, especially if we already understand everything is bearish up until this point. So a lot of these bullish moves right here are to fake buyers into thinking we're going to continue up, but it's just so it could get more people into these buys, and then it could ship it right down after that. So understanding what order flow you're in is very important. You know, if you know you're in a bearish order flow, then take the trades accordingly. Look for sales maybe, because the sales are going to be more rapid. Look at how just straightforward that is, where this move all the way up, look at how it's like trickling up almost in a sense, and it pretty much needed liquidity so it could go up more, so where this move coming down was just straight, create a support, broke it, and you kind of already know if you're in a bearish order flow coming down, this right here is a valid salary play right here, because we're in a bearish order flow. So if we're flowing, that we're riding the wave, every pullback is just so we could look for possible sells again, and the sells will happen when we break certain highs. And like I was saying, is that on this 2 hour, this candle is the range right here, and this is where I have the two yellow lines, which is here and here. So when I go to the 15, this is explaining why we hit the top of this range of the candle, and this is exactly where we got rejected at. So there was a good chance that we're most likely not going to get rejected right here, because this is not the end of the range of this candle. This whole candle ends up becoming the whole range. So if this candle is the range right here, there's a good chance where we're going to need to at least tap the top of it, and that's exactly what happened here. So I'm just saying this as in like what I should keep an eye out for, where if, like I said, let's say I end up getting into a buy, I should probably understand at some point that the top of the range of that candle is where we're going to be getting either taking profits or breaking even or something like that, because you know at any point once we fill in this range that we could get rejected to come back down. But yeah, let me see, and that, like I said, look at how we got rejected right there perfectly. We broke this high right here. Let me turn this off. This is the high right here on this whole area right here. Like I said, this was the high of of this range, this was the low of this range, and this was pretty much like the liquidity pool in this whole range right here. And this is exactly where we tapped. Dipped into there and then came down. What is your blue zone with the line between? Oh, I have it right here. On the 4 hour, I have this area right here, which is pretty much this, like this area right here, which is this this was like the last bearish candle before this push up right here. So I'm using this as like the range right here of where like either like a lot of power to come into that range, and then a lot of power getting out of that range. So that's kind of telling me this level right here is going to be a key level to watch out for. So at some point we could either hit this area and then bounce straight up, but if we happen to break this area, then it's gonna be most likely to the next level, which is the next range down here in this area. So that's kind of what the blue box, and like I said, I have one up here on this I think I might have had it on a higher time frame, or no, I used it over here. Look, okay, look at this is the blue box area that I had the same idea on the 4 hour though. Like I said, the higher the time frame, the better, where it's like we have a lot of power going into this area, and then we also have a lot of power coming out of that area. So it's a good area where it's also like, and it kind of gives me like a support area, resistance areas, because look at like this whole level is a support, and over here is all resistance. So this line in between, kind of cutting this whole thing perfectly, that's the area that has a lot of like either buying power or selling power. So that's kind of how I use, where when we get to these levels, if we break above it, start closing above it, then I know this is not the valid level. The next one's going to be the valid level, like maybe up here or something. And then that's how I know I should more likely target these higher levels, because this level wasn't the valid one. But if it starts to close in between these levels, like respecting this level, especially because this yellow line is like the 50 line. So this whole candle is pretty much like if you were to just put it all the way to the top, and then this would be the 50% of that candle right there. So this line is the 50% of it, because I've kind of learned that like when you look at a lot of these candles, they always target kind of the 50%. And the back testing I've been doing is that I've been waiting for things to get either rejected or respected at those levels, and it's been giving me a direction. So if it closes above, then I know there's a chance that if this pullback is just to continue back up. But if it closes below and respecting that level, then it's also telling me that this is the key level that we should be looking for new lows to be getting tapped. Like if we get rejected at this level up here, then I know I should be targeting maybe this low or this low for at least a reversal if we do come back in the other direction. But what I'm trying to do is try to catch the move early enough to where once I go to break even, nothing even gets close to it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is this level was the top, right? So let me go. So this is on the 4-hour area too. So now that I go over here to this area right here, hold trend continuation ball step by step. Yep. And look at, this is that key level, right? That 4-hour level. And look at right here. Nothing closed above that level right there. So that's why I already knew. But even when I go down to these levels, down like a smaller time frame, this is the 1 hour. This is what I like to see right here, because what I try to do is I try to get into this trade at this point. And if I get into this point, I know that this is the high right here, which is this high right here. There ends up being one high that doesn't get tapped ever again. And if you could get into at least 5 to 10 pips before that, or even if it's after it, let's just say where my 50 line is at is where my entry would be at to come down. So I would be looking for a sell once we hit this level and I start going down to a smaller time frame. I could find something. You could even get in on this retest right here, because there's also a way to find that that's a valid entry just by looking at something differently where you could find that. Oh yeah, all good, lone trader, all good. Yeah, the higher my bad, Ryan, just seen that, the higher time frame imbalance. Yeah, my bad, Turpy. Let me actually oh, Turpy, I'm not subscribed to you, bro. I'm trying to I was trying to click on your name. I'm trying to make you a mod right now. Oh, Fluidity, what up, bro? Oh yeah, he said he posted his live earlier today, or he made a live, and this is the boy Fluidity. He does really good, bro. I like the way he trades. He takes big moves and stuff. But yeah, this is his page he did. He's doing a live stream and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go check him out. That's the bro. He's always in the chat a lot. So if you guys see Fluidity in the chat, tell him what's up. The big ups, Fluidity. But yeah, my bad. Let me get back to this real quick. I kind of got sidetracked. But no, I was trying to make Turpy a mod real quick. I don't know. It's not popping up. Oh, there we go. I found it. There you go. Let's go. All right, but yeah, like I was saying, look at, so this is like the ideas that I've been finding though. So like I said, look, this is the area that's getting, look at how it's closing, respecting that level perfectly. So it's respecting this whole level perfectly right here, and it's not closing above that 50 line, even on a 1 hour, which is even better. So the more higher time frame that is respecting, the better. Yes, for sure, bro. That's it. But yeah, so yeah, look at, so if I could get into this point, and this ends up becoming the range of the candle, because before this all forms, this ends up becoming the range, because you could kind of see how these candles are closing right here, all respecting that level. So if they're respecting that level, then there's a good chance that we at least fill in this range right here. But if you look to the left, there's 2 candles right here that ends up becoming the whole range again. So it's like you have to fill in both of these candles. If I go to a higher time frame, like a two hour, that big candle right there is just 1 candle now. So this ends up becoming the whole range. And look, even on the 2 hour, it's all respecting that level. So you could even get in around these levels right here, because this ends up becoming the area you're going to be looking for a sell, or another sell at. Once we break into those levels, that could be your entry. Obviously this does wick up, but this is to scare a lot of people out of it. But you can see it still closes respecting this whole 50 line. And that's where I was saying is that's kind of lets me know that this was the right trade. Because if this high doesn't get tapped, and as you can see, if where you would want to get into your trade at, I have to go to a smaller time frame, but if you could get in somewhere close to these levels right here, at least where this 50 line, because this 50 line is a good level that I know at least needs to be tapped. But even at that point, look at, if you were to get in still on this 50 line, this candle doesn't even get close to that. It does get very close actually, but I mean, like, once, if you're able to survive because of spreads, or maybe you got a little bit better entry, or you didn't even go to break even, it technically doesn't never go against you at all. So this whole time you're in profit, you don't even have experience, no drawdown. So this blue box getting rejected, then that's when I kind of understood that every time we come up to that box, that we're just going to get rejected, and every time we pull back up is just so we could break a high, so we could come back down. And then look at this, also is the one broke these highs, but it never broke these highs. And that's where I say is where, if you were in this trade, it wouldn't be invalid until it breaks above and starts closing above this dotted line. But I would hope, you know, if you're able to get into this trade over here, you're at least break even. At the worst case scenario, took partials, and then you're still holding it, because if you really notice, this is what I've been working on also, just being able to hold these trades to where I know if it doesn't break these levels, then I'm still valid, because these are the key levels that we have to break. If we were to break those highs, this is where I was saying is that, like this weekend on Friday, when that happened, is the idea I had was the same idea. Once it respects this level, it starts to come down. But if it starts to close above there, then that's how I was able to catch the buys up, because I already kind of figured, all right, we're still in this bullish order flow. So this movement down was just to go back up again. So if you kind of understood that, then like I said, you could start targeting these lows before the pump up again and stuff like that. But yeah, look at how nothing even comes close to these boxes area. So if you're in the trade around this box area, you're holding with no worries. And that's what I'm saying, is look at how big of a move that was from that high up here, from the target area we were looking for, down to here. That's 600 pips. So that's the ideas of the type of trades I'm really shooting for. It's obviously going to take some time, because this is over here on Friday, and then this down here is on Wednesday. So you're holding this trade for possibly 3 days, but so it almost becomes a swing trade. But the idea though is that if you're right and this was the area, you could at least target these lows. And look at where we did. We targeted these lows, and then that's where I kind of figured if we break these lows though, then the move to go back up, because people are gonna, the same way people try to take this trade to go down, and some people took the buy to go up, somebody's gonna be down here trying to catch the bottom again and figuring out, oh, this is the bottom, let's take it back up. But it ends up breaking these key levels that they don't realize, and if it breaks these levels, then it's gonna probably continue down even more. But that's just what I've been kind of like coming across when I have these levels right here. So what I'm saying though is that once we break these lows, we're just going to continue down more. So let's see what ends up happening right here. And like I was saying, look at how this closed below it. That was the one thing that I've noticed a lot. If it closes below it, it kind of invalidates it. It's because it lets me know that we tapped into this zone. So we could at least we can do is tap back to the bottom of this area. So that's why, let's see what ends up happening. Let's go to the 15. And this was the idea right here. You would probably want to take a sell. And if you took this sell, you know this, since this is also broken below, there's a good chance that we're able to hold this trade longer, because we know it at least needs to tap these lows down here. So just like I said, you just, once it starts to close, it is respecting that level, but once it closes below, that's where I think you could also take a possible trade back down. Let's see. Oh no, it's still respecting, still respecting. Let's wait for something to close below. See if we, or if it doesn't, then it continues back up. But once it breaks these highs, then that's the idea of where we would start looking for buys, I think, because it won't break that high unless it is changing direction. All right, so look, so now this closed right there, or I'm pretty sure it closes right there. Okay, yeah, see, it did close right there. So my idea would have been, once it closes underneath that area right there, because I already know this was the level, if I didn't get into that trade there, then where I would validate another sell would be once we do break this level. But I already kind of know this is the level, but I could always be wrong. You know, the lines could be off just a little bit. It's not that far off, but just from my understanding is it respects those levels pretty well. So if it doesn't respect it, I know my validation would be, once this closes below, that lets me know, okay, we're gonna continue back down at least for a little bit. So I would have taken the sell right here. Let that close below. I mean, depending on how much you want to target, but I don't know. Let's see, where would we need to go next? So that's the low. So the target at the bottom of the range is like 18 pips. I mean, you could probably do 20 pips right here. Yeah, 20 pips or so. But then there's also a target up here, which is 42. So I'll maybe take it down to here. So 35, 40 pips. But we're going to see, this will be the next level down here. That low right there. But this is where I'm kind of thinking now is that, let's see. Since that level is the one that's not getting respected, we're going to have to see how this 4 hour closes. If this 4 hour were to close low, then it kind of lets me know we could continue down more. And this becomes the range now. If you kind of see this big long candle, this is the range here and this is the range here. If you kind of look, we did tap into that range, broke it. So the next thing we need to do is most likely tap the bottom of the range. So let's see if this ends up becoming the target down here, just because this is the whole range, or do we end up getting rejected at that level? Let me see something real quick. So this will be the next level. Oh yeah, no, we already closed it. So yeah, I think this next bottom will be down here. So let's see, let's put it at 75 pips. Let's see what ends up happening. And then the stop loss would be this high right here. Let's see, this high is also 75 pips, which is not the best of, but let's just put it right here at 40 pips then. Because I mean, at some point I would probably, let's see how, at 10 pips I could go to break even. Let's just see how that goes. So look, that's already 20 pips. So I would already probably be at least break even. So no matter what, it's, you know, risk-free type of trade. And then the target would be down here, because I do have this yellow dotted line as the target, but I'm just going to shoot it a little bit above, because just to see what happens. Oh, there it goes, hits the break even. And then it goes. So maybe with that trade, let's see. If it starts to close below this box right here, then I do know it's going to continue back down to these levels. So I could probably get back into a sell once it closes that level right there. But it is ranging inside of this box though. But look, even if I wouldn't have went break even, the idea would have still been right to this bottom of this range. And then it did wick up like that. Let's see. Oh damn, it wicked all the way up. Alright, so now it's respecting this level right here. And look at, now it's breaking these highs up there. So nothing closing below here would have kind of is letting me know now we're gonna target these highs probably. This is the next high right here. And if this ends up becoming the bottom, let's see. So broke those highs again, so that kind of let you know, and then it starts to push up even more. Damn, that thing is moving now. So like I was saying earlier, the fact that this did close below, it did need to hit the bottom of this range, but the one thing is nothing closed below that range right there. So with nothing closing below there, that kind of does indicate, I guess it's kind of indicating that we and look at, oh yeah, right there. And then look at this clean range all the way up. So I'm wondering if this could be the high over here. See, maybe this guy right here. Let's see how that is. And then maybe that's where we take a sell at, maybe. Let's see how it goes. Let's see where it goes. Everything is, it did respect that level though. This is the one thing though, it did let me know once we started closing above here, that was the indicator right there. Because it wouldn't have tapped as low if it wasn't gonna, and it wasn't gonna continue up. So could that have been a sell right there? Let's see a sell right here. Because we're still bearish, I would assume, because I don't think we would be bullish until we break maybe these levels. Or even maybe this level, I think. Let's see. Where would stop losses be? Stop loss would be 35 pips. That'll be right here. Put it at that high. TP down here. Put it back down here. See. But this could be, like I said, I'm just trying to see if this is still bullish or bearish and stuff like that. Because if it breaks these highs, then it is letting me know it's going to need to target the next highs. Let's see. Now it's kind of ranging. But I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that like and subscribe. But this is kind of what I'm thinking too though. If it starts to break these levels and these levels, then there's a good chance that we do come back down to here. So I could probably put it maybe a little bit lower. Let's see. It is getting rejected. Got rejected at that level, which was also this high right here. This high right here was this support, but we did break it. And look, it's still in it. It's up right now 38 pips, 40 pips, and I only risked 35 pips. So I mean, I could have already closed at 55 pips already, but I just want to see if this level needs to get hit. But now I'm wondering if this level gets hit. Oh, look at, there it goes, a hit. So that would be the area we would have wanted, and that would have been like, let's see, and then where I'm saying again, look at where I'm saying again, it was 745 here, and this ended up going 110 pips. So that was a good trade. But that's why I'm saying though, is that understanding that this is not, it is bullish if you were to catch it from the bottom of here to the top. That did go 200 pips, but probably on a higher time frame, it did get rejected at those levels. Because overall, we are still bearish. So this move right here is going against a lot of bearish pressure. But it did break these lows now. So I'm wondering what could be next. There is these highs right here that we might need to tap back again. But if you kind of think about it earlier, I guess like I was saying, is that this wasn't open until this actually needed to happen. So now I'm thinking this level is probably open now. So this would be where we probably most likely continue down. Especially so knowing that as being in the trade from up here or wherever it was, you know this level now is open pretty much, because this was unless we get rejected again, but I don't think it would have went this high if it just would have just needed to come back down here to go all the way back up. It wouldn't have did all that. So yeah, let's just see what ends up happening though. And like this yellow line was the next target. So if that ended up being the next target, you know, that's where we need to be watching for. And like I was saying, is that once we close below this 50 line, that is what's letting me know there's a good chance that this wasn't the key level we're looking for. So that's why too is I would also want to look for a sell, try to find a sell somewhere which is not breaking these highs, because this is the whole range right here too. If you think about it, this is the whole range. So if it would have broken this high up here, then I think this would have been the high that would have signaled that we're bullish now, and now that we're gonna continue all the way back up, maybe to these levels or something. Let me see something. Yeah, like that. So let me see. And look, this was a good valid sign right here. We closed below, we closed the green candle, and then the green candle flipped bearish with the next one, and we could have gotten in somewhere right here on the break of there to come back down. That would have been a good sell right there. And since I kind of, like I said, we're kind of expecting this level to be tapped now, you know, that trade would have been a good 100, 200 pip trade. Hey Zella, appreciate it. I hope, yeah, like I said, this is just kind of how I read the market. Kind of like I said, just a lot of price action, but knowing what targets to hit. So like I said, if you, this is how I find these levels, is I see this high, you know, I'll put a dotted line on it. So, and then look what levels are the ones, you know, and look at what key levels should your eyes be looking for. Support here, resistance here. So maybe that could be your target area. It's just trying to find a good entry too, so that way you could ride these trades from up here all the way down, you know, catch them last 600 pips. Yeah, so yeah, let's just see what happens. So like I said, if it closed below there, then let's see if this target needs to be tapped before coming up. So I'm wondering if that could be the area we want to take a buy at. Let's see what happens. Take a buy there. Let's just see. Because if that ends up being that key level like we were expecting, we're gonna get a reaction from here, even if it's just to break these highs right here, or like at least come back up to those levels. So let's just see what happens. Obviously I don't want to, you would need a stop loss 25 pips. I'll put it 25 pips, and then TP would just be 80 pips over here, somewhere right here. Let's see. Boom. Oh, there it goes. Okay, look, if I see something, I'm gonna add a position. Okay, it's gonna come back down. It's gonna, let's see. Oh, let's see if that's, oh, it just hit it. So yeah, now it's going to continue back down. So that was the push up right there. Do you find key levels on higher time frame after price taps into? Yeah. I try to use the higher time. The only thing is with this replay mode, I like I said, how I found these blue boxes, it kind of already let me know that this was a key level. But when I go on a higher time frame, it kind of lets me know what these next candles are going to do already. So that's kind of why I try not to go back and forth too much. I try to do it in the beginning, so that way I could I don't have to like go forward to find out the prices and stuff, you know, because if I go to a 4-hour daily, it's gonna let me know what that whole daily did. So if it shows me the daily's green way up here, then I know these are just gonna move up. But that's the only reason why I'm not switching back and forth and stuff. And you know what, this would have been the sell right here. Exactly, this would have been the sell. What I should have waited for was the opposite of this. So once that closed right there, respecting everything, it closed and then turned flip bearish, that was a sell sign right there. So let's see what's next. And does it continue down? All right, so let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so let's see the 4-hour. See, like now it lets me know it's kind of bearish or bullish. So look, there's another little area right here, you could say. also go right into this, which also go right into that, which is there. Let's see. All right, so probably to that level right there. So let's see from here. This would be a buy area possibly. Let's see. If not, it's not, but let's see. I just want to see what happens now. So this would be the next area I want to probably look out for. So see if I can find something in these areas. But yeah, like I said, what I try to do is that I just try to find like the main key levels on a higher time frame. So I'm kind of knowing where my targets are, because if you kind of look at the way the market prints, it's like lows are getting taken out, and then highs are getting taken out, and then lows are getting taken out. So it's just like a high low type of thing. And it's obviously on a higher time frame, it's the same thing but just takes longer. So all of this is just, you know, on a 4-hour candle, maybe a bottom wick or something. But that's why I'm saying is like, if you kind of know highs or lows are getting tapped, that's why I look in key levels, which are where current high and lows are being tapped. You know, look at, this is a low. Once that low broke, there's a good chance now this is the next high down there. So if this is the high down there, there's a good chance that we need to target this next range, which is here, which is also the top wick of a previous area to the left, you know. So that's why I'm kind of using just these key levels to give me the targets, and then while I'm looking at it on a smaller time frame inside of here, I'm kind of like reading price action and figuring out the same way on the higher candles where I know lows need to be tapped or highs need to be tapped. I know if this is a low, if this is a high right here, there's a good chance that we need to probably break this high up here or something. And then once we break this high, we'll probably come back down to target these lows. And then this is an area where we're going to get some reaction at. So I see if we start closing below, then there's a good chance that we might need to target this middle line. And if we respect this middle line, then that lets me know this is the move that we need to look for to ride it back up. But it's the same thing as up here, is if it starts to close below, then it's kind of letting me know it's going to continue down, because it would respect that level a lot if it was. So that's why I kind of knew at some point, like this trade right here. But even if you were in the trade from way up here, like where we probably should have been at, either here or let's just say way up here, all of this doesn't matter because you already understand your target, which is probably going to be down here or something, you know. So, but I'm just saying, is like when you're in a good position, let's say you got in up here, you're not really worried about like all of this stuff, because your stop loss at break even is not even going to get tapped because you're in such a good position. You kind of only worry about, you know, these type of things when you're in a bad position. You know, you get in right here at the bottom and it goes up and against you, and then, you know, but entries like right here could always be tapped again from just a pullback before continuing down, you know. So just like this one probably took out a lot of people because they probably got in sales right here and then they wiped them all out with this, but it also couldn't take out these ones. So if you, where I always kind of tell myself is where the best entry is at is if a retest doesn't even touch it. That's how you know that's where the right entry is at. So obviously a sell here is not the best, sell here is not the best, sell here is not the best, you know, type of thing. But a buy right here would have been good because look at, there's no retest or anything that would have even came close to it before all the way down here, you know. But that's how you also know that this buy was not valid, because we came all the way back here and started closing below that 50 line. But I already knew that because this already happened. It closed below the 50 line. So this moving up was just so we could come down. But then that kind of makes sense too, though, is that there's a reason why this high didn't get tapped, because this wasn't enough liquidity to break these levels. But yeah, so let's just see what ends up happening now. Let's see what ends up happening. Let's see. That's already there. So let's see what level we need to tap. Yeah, and this is already kind of forming all of that stuff. Let's see. I want to see this high maybe get broken, and if that high gets broken, maybe take a sell like right there. Let's see what happens. Put a stop loss above these highs right here, because I don't think we should come back to those highs. And then TP down here into this box. Let's just see what happens. So we did tap that high, broke it again. Now it's pushing up. Could that maybe be the area? Oh, it wicked right above there. So let's see where this would need to be tapping. So maybe it was this high right here, which is the same high like we were looking at earlier. So I went off the bottom again. So I went one level too low. If this ends up being the right sell to come back down, then that is probably where I think the sell would be at right there. See, and the stop loss would be the high of that, and then the target would be the bottom of that. TP is somewhere down here. So let's see if it comes all the way back down. Like I said, I think it needs to tap this level right here. If it's gonna go up, these are levels that it's, because this is on a 15-minute, so this could also just be, you know, of not as many candles on the hourly or the 4-hour stuff. Draco. There's no indicators really. Oh, there's a fair value gap indicator, but I don't really, let me take that off actually. I just use it for certain reasons, but I am new. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading price action right now, you know, just figuring out what levels, like lows that need to be tapped, highs that need to be tapped, because it's all kind of like a support and resistance, I guess you could say, but it's a little deeper than just support and resistance. But the idea is, let's see, put it a little bit there. That is, like I said, the big thing is just understanding lows and highs, and this is just a trade right now. So right now the trade is 25 pips in profit, but yo, Bill, what up, Bill? What's up? And yeah, so look, now it's 43. So like I said, if I think it needs to tap these levels before anything. So I could probably even put it down here at 100 pips. Let's see what happens at 100 pips. See if we can make it down 100 pips. And so that's why I say though, is that like if you kind of understand, see where I kind of went wrong on this first entry was I had it too low. Like I went to the top of here thinking that that's not even enough pull. It's the same thing that happened. I forget where the other one was at, but it was the exact same thing, to where the target should be not the top of this range, but not the bottom of it, almost like the middle of this range, which is kind of right here where this yellow is at. So once that yellow got tapped, that was the perfect entry right there. You could have did the entry off of that. And I bet you if I use a fib right here, let's see if a fib is on. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, and I like using market structure too. It kind of gives me some areas to look out for. But let me see something. All right, change of character. Let's see something. Let's see something from here down. No, I'll use it from here down. Yeah, look, from there down, or maybe from here to the down right here. And yeah, look, that's exactly where we tapped, pretty much into that box, which is also that area right there. Turpy. Yeah, we all trade the same. Yeah, Draco. Yeah, that's the guy right there. Yeah, make sure you guys go follow this channel right here. We're at 980 subscribers. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. Make sure you subscribe to this. Running it up. Yeah. Like I said, everybody trades a little bit differently. I kind of I just, I try to get better at reading price action. That's mainly what I'm doing these for, just to be able to read price action live, things like that. So yeah, everybody just, like I said, it all ends up becoming, it's all the kind of the same thing. It's just how you interpret it. You know, you just how you see the market differently. I mean, just understanding highs and lows always are going to be tapped. Highs and lows, highs and lows. So just really just look at where things go to and what happens before they move up, you know. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's finish seeing what this ends up happening. Are you profitable trading? Do you have Discord so I can see results? Yeah, I'm profitable. I passed 2 fundeds already doing trading how I trade. But like I said, you don't have to believe what I'm saying. You just sit and watch, bro. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. But yeah, let's see. Let's see it go down. Okay, it hit there. It never ended up going down to these levels. And now it's starting to break these levels. So let's see if it breaks this level. Or did it just tap it? Could that be? And is respecting it. And I got a Discord in the oh, Bill, if you want yo, fluidity, Bill, if you want signals, I suggest you highly go to this guy Donvo. This guy, he does his own signal group in the Discord and stuff like that. You can find his Discord and his channel right here. This is the guy I learned from. So if you need anything like that, I would suggest you go to this guy, and you go to his page right here, and then you just go right here to his website, and he has a Discord, Twitter, he has all that stuff. So I'll actually type this in the I'll type it in the chat. This is right here. And is that the website? I think that's the website. Oh wait, no, that's not the website. Here, I'll just pull it up for you. controllerfx.com. Yeah, right here. Copy. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, so if you already know him, then yeah, I don't sell signals myself, bro. I just trade on my own, and I kind of just use live streaming as, you know, just to be on stream while I'm trading and stuff. Daniel, been compounding my account lately. We'll try props later down the road again. Daniel, what up, bro? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So let's see what ends up happening right here. So I wonder if this could have been the level that maybe we needed to tap off of. Let's see. Let's see if this is a level right here. And we did tap right into that. Let's see there. We did tap into that perfectly. So, So I'm wondering if this could have been that. It technically nothing closed below there. So that is letting us know, and we're closing above here. So the next area will probably be up to this range up here now. So what I'm trying to see is, does that mean once we break above here, we're gonna target at least here, and if not there, somewhere over here. Later down the road. Alright, see you later, Chirpy. So let's see. Let's see. Do you trade crypto? Yeah, I trade crypto. I trade I trade Bitcoin, H bar, Ethereum, Dogecoin, stuff like that. I do the same stuff on like how I trade here. You know, I do the same stuff with crypto. It's all the same stuff. If you're looking, like I said, if you understand lows and highs, look at this low right here got tapped, and that's when we turned back around. So why was that low so important though? Is because, like I was saying, on these higher time frames, there is this area right here of this whole movement right here. So I'm wondering if that could have been a key level right there to think about. Can I get your crypto signal? I don't really give out hey bro, go to my Discord. In my description in the YouTube video, go to my Discord, and in Discord there's a crypto section right there. Join it, and there's a crypto section in there, and type in there for people to talk about crypto with you, bro. Because I don't really give out too many signals, or even Don Vo's Discord. Yeah. Anyone can pass a funded. Have you maintained a funded account? Yeah, I've gotten, like I said, I trade on personal, Draco. So I also have a funded account on futures. So that's where I trade futures at, and then I trade my own personal account. I don't have like MT5, or like I trade on Hanko Trade, which is the broker I use. So I just use personal on there, and then I use futures for a funded. But yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good for sure. But that's not really what I'm doing is not gonna make you a better trader. That's what you gotta remember. Whatever I do is whatever I do. It's what are you gonna do to make yourself a better trader? And I'm not trying to sell you no course. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. So all right, let's see what ends up happening right here. Are we gonna get rejected at that level? Oh, it's on the 4 hour. Oh, actually we closed above. All of this got rejected. So let's see the 4 hour. Let's see. Hey, Bill, you have to remember one trade shouldn't make or break your whole account. You're over leveraging if you lose it on one trade. You should understand that if you have 150 pip stop loss, it shouldn't be 100% of your account. If you have 100 pip stop loss, it should still only be the most 3% of your account. So you just have to trade accordingly. You know, if you're using people with big stops, then it can't be your whole account on one trade. That just says you're over leveraging. All right, let's see. So now that we close here, let's see. Shouldn't over leverage, exactly. All right, so let's see which target areas. This does kind of look like if we might have found this level right here, which is this area over here. This whole level right here is getting respected. And it is a big level right here. All this for just liquidity to grab up. This was the level right here. Once we broke that level, look at how high we did come. And this is where it's coming back to this level. So now let's see if, like I said, the next level, once we did close above here, if you see everything that closed above, it targeted this this was the next area targeted once we closed above. So, and there's all this support. So yeah, exactly. And exactly, bruh. Will you stream on Monday? I live trading so I can oh, Bill, I probably will be trading on Monday, but what I suggest though is you got to learn how to trade. That way you could like, I'm just saying is like but this is why I'm streaming every day. You got to if you show up every day, you can just learn as you go type of thing. Yeah, Draco, are you profitable, Draco? Bro, worrying too much about what I got instead of worrying about what he got. Bro, just like I said, just learn to trade, bro. But that's why I'm jumping on stream. I'm not claiming to be the best trader in the world, but I'm also learning every day. I'm trying to get better every day. And that's why I'm showing up to stream every day on a Saturday, just playing around right now, just trying to, read price action, trying to read live charts and stuff like that. It's just to try to get better. I don't have to do it, but like I said, I'm trying to get better. I'm not the best trader, so you gotta put in the works. And that's why, a lot of people are here too, because it's like we obviously need more work. What's wrong with more work? Trying to get better. It's a famous three-piece. Yeah, bro. You you'll know, bro. I'm telling you, the three-piece. And this is the thing, is when I came up with that was way before I knew what I know now. And it's still valid, which is crazy. It's just what happens right here at these levels. Like certain levels, things happen as in like it makes candles like this, and then this becomes the low, and it hits this low, and then it flips back around like that. But it only happens at key levels and stuff like that. So a lot of times it happens at levels like this before you move up really big and stuff. Any secret sword sauce? Nah, bro, there's no secret. The main thing is taking 1,000 practice trades and just, yeah, Raj. Yeah, that's I think I know who you're talking about. But yeah, bro, it's all part of it. I go across it. Any example, please, bro? But yeah, like I said, Bill, what you have to do is you have to take a lot of practice trades and take them for a reason. Like, okay, this is bouncing off of support. What is this? Why is it bouncing off support? Take a trade, or if you take it, you have to take 1,000 trades, bro. You have to repetition. You have to just keep doing repetitions. So I'm wondering, let's see what happens. If it breaks this high on the flip, let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, that technically did. Yeah, you would have wanted to take a buy there. Let's do the TP right here at this high. Let's do the stop loss down here above these highs. Let's see. Just trying to see. Yo, Lassic, what up? So it goes up. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. It just hit. Okay, good. So that's why I say too, though, is that once we start closing above these levels, and they're the highs that we were expecting not to have broken, like we were saying, if it breaks this high, then it's a good chance that this move down is now flipping. So once we did flip it and broke these highs, which is why once this candle closed above, it created a salary play, which is also right here. If you kind of look on the bullish side of it, this play right here, that this was, once it closes above, there's a good chance for those buys now. So like I said, my goal though is to find this trade right here, and then look at where we could have rode it all the way to. Obviously we taking it here to go back up, things like that is why I'm doing these sessions and stuff, because I want to figure out why, when and why and stuff like that. But like, I'm trying to figure out why this level got respected so much. I'm kind of looking at this level right here. Okay, I see why now. There's this fair value gap right here, which is also that dotted line. So let me put a line right here. There it is. That's the move right there. That's what I missed. And it's also the high of this candle where we got rejected at, which is right here. So, and if you kind of think about it, where I have this level at, once we closed above, that's what ended up happening. Were you on Discord today, bro? I might have been. I'm not. Well, I mean, I did check my Discord earlier, but yeah. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening now. So like I was saying, look at where this dotted line exactly hit. It hit exactly that dotted line that I just put. Damn, that's crazy. How I did that. So look, like I said, the goal is to repeat it. How do you repeat something so you could find these targets every single time? And if you think about it, look, this is where I came up with, there's this resistance right here, which is also this green, the last green candle that happened, right? And then if you look, there's also this fair value gap right here. There's this big fair value gap right here. So that's where I put this dotted line at, because if I were to just, let me remove this one right here. If I put a fair value gap from there to there was the dotted line, boom, right there, which is the 50 mark in between that. And then look at, once we tapped into this level, that was the move right there. So let me do a select replay again. So knowing that we have that level right there, if we tap that level, that was the move right there. That would have been the trade to try to take. And then that would have also probably been the lows to break of this candle right here. So obviously we know what's going to happen, but this is what I'm trying to do, is figure out what did I miss? And now I see what I missed. And this is why I knew, if you also understand that this is the target and you happen to be somewhere up here, you could take a sell back into that little range right there, because you also know that is where you're going to be getting out of your trade, because if it does hit that level, then you know your trade's going to go back in the other direction. Gold has been volatile lately, yeah. But this was also in November, so I just rewinded kind of far. But I could do the current one too. I just wanted to do some random so I can't cheat. But yeah, like I said, look at, this is where you would have wanted to take that buy at. Boom. Once it hits that range right there, look at, you could have already been, let's put stop loss to break even, and let's see, and like you wouldn't have even gotten close. See, and that was the move right there we would have wanted. And then we could have also, if you really think about it, at some point we could have added a position right here. If I went to a lower time frame, we could have probably found an entry right here, because we also knew this was the correct trade. Once we created this resistance right here, once you break there, it's the same thing as a breakout pretty much. So that's what I'm looking for right there. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's exactly what ended up happening. You know, like how we talked about, is that it was the move up here but I think the one that happened Friday wasn't even this steep. You see how like this looks exactly like Friday, exactly how you're saying it. It does exactly like that. And I'm wondering now, does this mean could we come all the way back up to here and break these highs? Because the one thing is about Friday though, I think it moved right here. This is where it bounced at. But to be honest, now that you mentioned it on Friday, this is the same entry. I think that Lassic where you took that trade at, this was the same idea. Exactly the same idea, to be honest with you, because I remember I was looking for an order block down here, or this red candle right here, which was this candle, or which was this candle or this candle. But as you can see, none of those candles were the valid one. But now that I'm kind of doing the back testing on it, this was that same area that also went through this fair value gap right here, and that was the target. And like I said, this yellow line right here was the 50% line of this fair value gap also. So that's why I kind of figured that was exactly what happened. And then so now I'm wondering, is that, could it go all the way back to the top and, you know, maybe hit these highs? But where I'm saying though is that the one that happened, I feel like it happened a little bit sooner. It didn't go as far as I thought it would go. But let's see how it ends up happening. As good that you pointed that out, Fluidity. That's exactly what I seen right there. And I could tell you, I remember exactly that happening on Friday the same way. So let's see if it is respecting that high right there. And this is the same trade that happened on Friday. And look at, there goes the same thing. It goes back up to there. And this might have been news after you think about it. That was on a Tuesday. So this ends up being news. But since we already understood like how Lasik, when you took that trade, this right here, what is just this buy signal again? Because look at, once we broke these lows right here with that candle wick, the low, that was just a move to continue back up, and it wouldn't have even affected your buy down here at this point. So you would have still been able to write it up. And from that entry down here to this was 370 pips. So it's looking like this could be the area. So if we start closing above here, I'm wondering if this could be the next buy signal to start maybe making our way up here. So like there, you take a buy. Let's see. Stop loss the lows of here, and the TP would be the highs of here. Oh, nope, it hit it. It hit that. So maybe look at these lows. This one might have been the fake out part of it. Let's see if it goes back up again. Let's try it again. It might be the next one. Yeah, this is the November of 23 last year. So like the same idea. The same idea. Stop loss these lows, and the TP would be these highs up here. So like boom, okay, that was it. That was the move right there. So like I'm saying though is that, so see, this is also what happens if you really think about it. Now I'm kind of looking at it. It didn't even hit none of these lows. It did hit this low right here, but let's see how much this would have been from, even just from that low to there. It's 130 pips. SMT, yeah. And that's where I said those that, see, when I got into the buy on the break of this area right here, this was the same buy as here technically, but obviously this one didn't run all the way to the top, and this one did. And that's what I'm saying, is that technically this channel wasn't unlocked yet. So what this retest did, then this came down to break the lows. Once that broke the lows, that was the trade right there to take back up. And then this area was the retest kind of a thing to respect and then go up again. So like I said, that was just one move too early, but the idea was still correct. So now what I'm kind of gonna wait for is maybe for the future when that happens. Let's say we're in this area right here, same position, thinking, oh, okay, this is what they want you to think, it's a buy. So that way they could ship it down, you lose your close, and then they do ship it against you, and then you start to think it's a sell. But no, it's not a sell because it was just for liquidity. So at this point, you wouldn't probably want to take no trades until maybe these lows right here get tapped. Let's see, or it's going to be these lows right here that need to get tapped. So it did break above, and these lows hadn't been tapped yet. So that's why we would probably want to wait till, okay, so that low did get tapped, and that low was from this area over here. So that kind of let me know once that low gets tapped, there's the move right there that you would want to take, because this wasn't going to continue up unless some lows got broken, and this just moved straight up. So I'm wondering, that was at least, even if you would have took it from right here, I mean, it's a 50 pip difference, but you still would have been right. and it would almost been more valid. But obviously we wanted to take this trade right here. We got to figure out how to get into that one. And then like I said, once it did close above those levels, that was the area. Once it does close back above, then you kind of know. SMT. Alright, this will probably be the last one though. I just want to see what ends up happening from here. Do we end up breaking these highs? And if we break these highs, then this is the area what happened on Friday. Exactly the same thing. And look, boom, closed above, same thing. Salary play, break of high is going to give us that. There it goes, the onion play right there to break back up. Yep, there it goes. I think it could move up from there. There it is. Let's see how high. It doesn't, it can't, I don't think it will break these highs right here if it doesn't come down. But I'm wondering if that right here, let's see. Let's see if it continues up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe. We're almost at 1,600 subs. Appreciate you guys though. Came back to that low where we originally broke, and then now is it gonna go to the top? That could be the same idea as this right here. Is that the same way this went up and had to come down, this went up and had to come down. So in order to unlock this area, it had to come down first. So this area is not unlocked yet. This area was unlocked because it came down first. And then now maybe that'll be the push that it might need. These are the lows it might need to break. Let's see. And it did go all the way up, exactly up to that level. Okay, so look, now it did break these levels. This was the same move that happened on Friday. Everything exactly the same, just like that. This was the trade Lasik took right here. Bro, that's the one you took. This was the same idea. Boom. And that's the goal, is to be able to repeat these ideas over and over again. That way we're just waiting though. You obviously can't take too many of these trades a week because they're only so big of moves certain days, but look at everything's respecting that level. I wonder if that could have been the level again. And wondering if it goes, but it broke those highs. It technically didn't break that low. I think it will break. This was the move right here on Friday, I think. This is the same thing right here. Is that it didn't break these highs yet, but it respected it. But we wouldn't, I don't think we would have came all the way back up to these levels just to not break it. This level isn't open yet because these lows probably haven't been broken. So let's see if these lows get broken and then it moves up, because this could be the next area we take a possible buy at maybe. I'm thinking if we're in the right order flow, which I'm starting to believe the order flow is starting to get bullish again, because look at how big the moves are compared to the down moves. The big move up, small down moves, you know. So it's starting to look like the bullish areas are taking over right now. So let's see what happens right here. See, there's a low right here. Let's see if it's that low or this low. Which one is it gonna be? And we need a target back up to these highs up here. Let's see. So it did swipe out these lows though. I'm wondering if that could have been the lows it needed to break it on its own before moving all the way back up. And that was the change. Okay, so it was those lows right here. It was these lows. Unless it comes back and it proves me wrong, but I'll redo lines if that's the case. So it did break these lows, and it, you know, it pretty much swiped them out, and now it's gonna probably need to target these highs. So this would be the range here, and I think this candle right here is the top of the range. So we probably need to start looking towards something like that. Let's take a buy right there, because I'm just going off of it breaking that high. So maybe that it didn't unlock it yet because it needed to come up. Let's see. Stop loss would be, oh yeah, it would have hit the stop loss already. Yeah, it would have hit the stop loss. So the idea would have been just these lows right here, but maybe it still needs to go up. Or maybe this wasn't the low it needed to tap. Maybe it does need to break this low or this low right here. So this is why I'm trying to figure out where would the area be, because we did break these highs right here. But you can see we just came back into the range. So the next range is looking like maybe here or down here. So we need to see what happens. Which level are we going to take? And we understand level 1 and level 2. So we're in level 1 still. So we tap level 1 high. So does that mean we got to tap the bottom of it, which is down here somewhere? Boom, tapped it. There it goes. Like I said, if it ends up making its way back down to this low right here, then I think this could be maybe the low that we might want to target a buy in. Everything is bearish now because, like I said, it didn't break this high right here. So it might most likely need to break these lows. I just want to see what happens here. Or maybe it does go all the way up, you know, who knows? I appreciate you guys for watching though, appreciate it. Alright, it's just dancing around right here. This is all just ranging kinda. Let's go to a 30-minute, speed it up a little bit. 30-minute. Let's see how low we go. And if you look at it, we did tap this low right here, which is this area, and that's the area we bounced off of. So I believe if we were to break this level, this would be the level we need to start looking for lower prices, which would most likely be down to these levels. But if we break these highs, then I think this will be the next high level we need to tap. And like I said, don't get caught on the first one, because I'm wondering on a higher time frame, this could have been the first one before the move up. And yeah, look at it, there it goes. It tapped that area, closed above. So this is probably where you would have wanted to take that buy, at least more of a safer buy, to take it to, you know, at least tap these levels. Now it looks like we're continuing up again, and that's where I'm saying this level could be targeted now. So if we didn't break that level coming down, maybe this next high of a break. It did break that high. Let's see right here. Boom. Let's see, TP, there it goes. So it would have hit TP, and then look, it's the same thing. We broke that high of that candle. I think at some point we might need to tap back here before going back up. So if that's the case, we might want to look for a buy maybe that comes down to this level, but we are respecting that level right there. So the fact that we closed above and then back into it is just saying now we might need to tap these levels over here. I want to see how low. It's either going to be here or the bottom of this range right here. It'll be there, right there. Let's see, but if it breaks above, then I think that could be the next move up, because it won't break above unless it's going to continue up like it kind of did on Friday. This is the same thing that happened on Friday. I could see it. Everything looked exactly the same. If I remember right, once it did break that level, it might need to come. Let's see how low it needs to come. Could it be just that level or this level? Let's see if this level right here. If it's this level, then I'll probably take a buy, see if it ends up hitting that. But it's respecting this 50 line perfectly. So it's definitely showing me that these highs most likely are going to get broke. So I wonder if there would be the buy there once it closes above. But no closes above. Okay, boom, that would be a buy, I guess. Let's see. So let's see where we need to go. or does it come back down, or does it continue up? Stop loss would be the belows of here. TP would be up here. Let's just see. So let's see. It hasn't broken these highs, I don't think yet. So if anything, it might need to break these highs first. Oh, nope. There it goes. It's about to hit. About to hit. Oh, dang, it didn't hit. Dang, that was close. Now it's gonna hit. No way. Okay, there it goes. You're tricking me. You're playing, and then now it goes. Now right after it hits that. So yeah, it's not bad. It was, like I said, the idea was right, but it was way too early. I mean, I could have even maybe put my stops a little bit lower, because it broke these lows. I had my stops, I think, I did have it at those lows, exactly at these lows right here. Where if I would have used the whole range low, which is these ones, it wouldn't have even got close. But I just don't want to have to leave my stops too big, you know. So, but where I should have gotten in, so my stops were small, would have been right here. That way I could have maybe had these previous highs as stops or whatever, you know. But I mean, the idea was right, but like I said, what I should have waited for though is, okay, this is not going to be the breakout. What's going to need to happen is we're going to need the breakout, and then the break of those lows is what would have been it. I think that would have been it. I think that would have been it. Kind of something just kind of hit me right now. I kind of think I seen something that I might want to keep an eye out for. So what I kind of seen was, this is what I seen, is that like the breakout that we're kind of expecting, this was the breakout that I kind of thought at first. But what happens is the breakout, you need to break the lows of that. So I'm thinking this was the lows that broke. So these lows are the lows connected to this breakout. So what needs to happen is these lows need to be broken, and then that's the low that needed to be broken. So whatever low broke these lows is the low that needed to be targeted. So we could have possibly targeted that one, because this is the low that broke these lows, which is also why this low didn't send it up. This low is what sent it up right after. Just going off of, just trying to do things of how I see it, how I remember it, things like that. That was just my idea. But now it looks like we don't really have much to the left. It's all new higher prices and stuff. So, but yeah, all right, guys, that's been about 2 hours. I've just been kind of reading it back and forth, but I gotta get going. I gotta drive somewhere right now. But I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys make sure you guys have a good day. I'll try to be on tomorrow, do another session, or stream London or something, live trading and stuff. So make sure you guys tune in for tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.